What's up everyone, this is FP6 bringing you a Fusion Cup tournament recap video here. This video was in Boulder, this tournament was in Boulder, Colorado, and I ended up in a four-way tie for first. I went 3-1. It was a nice small tournament. I also had another tournament later this evening where I did not do well at all. I went 2-2 there. And man, as this Fusion Cup has evolved over the month, it's kind of getting more frustrating and frustrating to try to come up with a solid, well-rounded team. Every team that I create seems to have some sort of a weakness in it. Luckily, tomorrow is my big weighted cup, so hopefully I'll do better in that. But let's just kind of recap some of these matches. These first battles are against Lord of Ants. You can see our teams up on the screen there. He is rocking a Honchkrow, which is a very interesting pick. And that is a scary Pokemon if that thing gets an energy advantage or if it's up in shields. Because it can just steamroll pretty much everything. Everything that it has in its charge moves, Dark Pulse and Sky Attack, you're going to be hitting either neutral or super effective on pretty much everything in this meta. So it is a very scary Pokemon. It is extremely glassy though, so it does require shields. I'm throwing a Sky Attack on the Honchkrow. He shields it up. Because it has access to Snarl, it's able to rip off its charge moves every 4 Snarls. It has Sky Attack and Dark Pulse, both very heavy hitting moves because of its insanely high attack stat. So I'm going to bring in Polion because it's at least going to resist the Sky Attack. Now in this scenario, if he would have went Dark Pulse, I actually don't know how much damage that would have done to me, but probably like 80%. It might have even taken me out actually. But he went for Sky Attack, which was resisted, so he's got Venusaur in the back. The Sludge Bomb is really going to hurt. I need to get this Venusaur out of here. So I just go for the Dragon Claw, because I can't afford to even be hit by a Frenzy Plant at this range. And then one Fire Spin is able to take it out. So I'm able to take that first game there. This team of 6 I was using, I did not like at all. And you'll see some of the reasons why in this tournament. But so Noctowl against Swampert, this is a favorable matchup for Noctowl. I know I can win this out in the one shield scenario. So I am able to land that Sky Attack. He switches into his Alolan Sandslash, which is a very good counter to my Noctowl. However, this is why I enjoy Charizard so much, is for these farm down scenarios. These Fire Spins are going to be double super effective, and so I can totally commit one shield and get a bunch of stored energy out of that matchup. In comes the Swampert. He is able to throw the Hydro Cannon before I'm able to throw my charge move, so this forces me to commit my second shield. I'm now down 2 shields, and this is where if he's got Honchkrow in the back, I'm getting a little nervous because in a shield deficit, Honchkrow can really do a lot of work. I get both of the shields off there, but he's going to be able to easily take me out with a Hydro Cannon here. Swampert gets his charge move so fast, it's insane. So at this point, I'm going to bring in Empoleon, because I know he's not going to be able to get to like an Earthquake in time, and I'm going to be able to store up some energy. He's got Venusaur in the back. I need to get out of there right away and land this Sky Attack. But as you will see, Venusaur is so tanky, this does not one-shot Venusaur. It still survives. Man, if Shiftry would have gotten hit by that, pretty sure it would have one-shot it. But Venusaur is a tankier grass type. I'm definitely considering running Venusaur for my weighted tournament tomorrow, but I don't like that it's weak to Bronzong. I just need to make sure that whatever I have on my team has good coverage against Bronzong. This is a very favorable matchup for me, even though the Bone Clubs will be hitting for super effective. And this is still a favorable matchup for me, so I'm going to opt to stay in here. I am going to resist the Sky Attacks. And the Hydro Cannon does a lot of damage. I have really been liking using Empoleon. I love that you can beat the other Mud Boys. Some of those matchups are IV based or IV dependent. like the Whiscash matchup. That is really one of the only Mud Boys that I don't feel super confident leaving my Empoleon in on. But against a Swampert or against a Quagsire, I'm okay with playing out that matchup. Here's that Honchkrow again. Again, I'm going to resist the Sky Attack, so Dark Pulse is the correct way to go there, especially since you get to both the charge moves at the same rate. Shields are down now, and he's definitely going to be able to get to a charge move before I am. Again, that Snarl energy generation is really good. And even that resisted Sky Attack takes me out. So I don't think any of the Pokemon I bring in, maybe Charizard I would have been able to farm this thing down before it throws another fast move. But I opted just bring in Noctowl to farm this down, and I'm okay with eating this Sky Attack. It does do a lot of damage, wow. What does he have in the back? Oh, it's because he had the Alolan Marowak in the back. So I knew I was going to be a hard wall to that Alolan Marowak, so I wanted to just get a little bit of energy going into this matchup. If this is a Shadow Ball, if it's a Bone Club, it doesn't matter. I have been hit by a Fire Blast on an Alolan Marowak before, and that does not feel good at all. Definitely a good answer to Noctowl if you run Fire Blast on your Alolan Marowak. So I'm able to take that first round. Good games there, Ryan. Round 2, so this is what I'm saying. It happened again. I got matched up against Katie. Let's see how these matches turn out. So this is a favorable matchup for Whiscash. I can go straight Blizzard here, and I'm going to win this matchup. So I'm just going straight for the Blizzard. The Mud Bombs would still be resisted, and I don't really want to try to go for a bait. The Blizzard goes through, which is really good for me. I'm going to let this Blast Burn come through. And I'm trying to Mud Shot down the Charizard. I am able to barely get it down before it's able to get another charge move off. If she's got Shift Tree, that thing's going to be able to come in and farm up. Yep. But luckily, I do have a Blizzard ready to go because I was able to Mud Shot down that Charizard. So I do draw a shield there. I could have possibly even baited there. But that's okay. I'm just going to let my Whiscash go at this point. It did its job. She is running Altaria on her team, which always worries me because that thing really gave me problems in the previous tournament that you watched where she swept me. So I have my Noctowl on this Shift Tree. I do commit a shield here, so now we're equal shields, but she baits me. What an amazing bait. Really good play on her part. Super energy efficient. Now she lands the foul play, of course. And I do throw this Sky Attack before she's able to get to another foul play. I want this Shift Tree gone. Is Altaria in the back? Yep, it's Altaria in the back. So I need to put on a lot of shield pressure right now. And then hopefully land a Flash Cannon with my Empoleon. That is my thought process here. Altaria is no joke. And as you will see in the next matchup, I learned something about her particular Altaria's IVs that I did not know because I'd never played out a particular scenario, but you'll see that in the next round. Now that the shield is gone, I can bring in Empoleon, and this Altaria is actually even in Hydro Cannon range at this point, so I'll be able to land that Hydro Cannon. I'm going to resist the Sky Attacks and the Dragon Breath and the Dragon Pulse because of Empoleon's amazing Steel typing. So I'm able to take that first match. So going into round 2, I'm going to try this Whiscash lead again. I'm anticipating her Altaria come out as a lead, so we'll see how this goes. There's the Altaria. Unless her Altaria has the attack breakpoint, I can go straight Blizzard and win out this matchup. And I didn't know what IVs her Altaria had because I had never really looked into it. Probably not very smart of me. And I'm always the one who builds her teams for her. And I think subconsciously I always build her team to hard counter my teams. Because, man, she has been doing so well against me. So the Blizzard gets shielded up. And in the one shield scenario, I should win this. But nope. Really, really bad. Really bad for me. Oh man, so we all know now her Altaria has the attack breakpoint for Dragon Breath. That freaking sucked, man. I am in a terrible spot now. She essentially has a full health Altaria that's just going to keep wrecking havoc on my team. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be aware of that Whiscash matchup and try to have an Altaria with that attack breakpoint. So that matchup might be a little bit more bait dependent now. We'll have to see. In comes Quagsire. I really want to get to this Hydro Cannon. I am able to get to it. She's fully committing to farming me down with Quagsire here. Really great play on her part. I switch in my Noctowl because I know her Altaria is gone. And I don't want her to farm up any more on my Empoleon. I can tank one Stone Edge. I know another one's going to be coming soon, but I need to overfarm on this a little bit. I'm wondering what she has in the back. I'm overfarming even a little bit more because I need to have stored energy for whatever she has in the back. I know it's not Altaria. It's Charizard, and these Sky attacks are not going to be enough damage to take out this Charizard before it's able to get to a Dragon Claw. And I don't think, maybe I could have farmed up one more wing attack against the Quagsire. But it was cutting it really close because she farmed up a lot of energy. And then the Charizard's able to take me out. So she takes the second game. She takes the second game. Man, that sucked against the Altaria. Super unfortunate that I did not know that her Altaria had the attack breakpoint. So she easily won that matchup. And this is a horrible lead for me, so I have to get out of here. I did bring in Venusaur, which is a good response to Shiftry. I'm very surprised that she's staying in here. And because she is, we actually CMP tie on this charge move. She only throws a Leaf Blade, and I don't take the bait. I'm going to throw the Frenzy Plant to try to bait her here. It does work. Now she switches out. In comes Charizard. I need to land the Sludge Bomb. Hoping that this will go through, especially since she already committed a shield. It does go through. But now she totally farmed me down with Charizard. I'm hoping I can bring in my Whiscash and Mudshot farm this thing down, but it really is tough to do. I want to let this go through because I know when that Shiftry comes back in, I'm going to get one-shotted anyways. So I'm going to let this go through as well, this Blast Burn. Pretty stupid on my part. I should have committed a shield there because I'm not going to be able to Mudshot this thing down. I have to commit a Mud Bomb. Shiftry's going to be able to come back in and probably snarl me down. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to a Blizzard. Yep. That is so unfortunate to see. I was tapping on the Blizzard, and this is good game. I brought in two things that were weak to Shiftry, and even with these two shields, she's going to be able to take this matchup. So she beats me again in a tournament. Man, all this practice that she's been doing this month, she's really putting me to shame. And one thing you notice, like when you are as high ranked as I am, no one really wants to see you win. At all these tournaments I go to, everyone is thrilled when I lose. And there's pretty much no one cheering me on for the win, but it's to be expected. Everyone wants an upset, so that's all right. It's all in good fun. So she takes that second round. I'm now 1-1. These battles are going to be against Sudowoodo. You can see our teams up on the screen there again, and looking at his team, Empoleon has a lot of favorable matchups. I actually feel comfortable leaving it in against all of the Pokemon on his team other than Shiftry, and depending on IVs in the one shield, it's a CMP tie. Does Empoleon have higher attack than Shiftry? I don't actually know. Now that Niantic fixed the CMP so it's attack based, that might just be a straight up win for Shiftry now. It's probably just a straight up win. I would assume that Shiftry would have higher attack than Empoleon, but I might be wrong. Someone will probably correct me in the comments. I'm able to take out that lead scenario, but he brings a Noctowl and he's able to farm me down. So I'm going to have to mirror with my own Noctowl here. Even though I have the health advantage, he's got the energy advantage. I know that his Swampert is out of the picture because of that opening matchup, so my Charizard in the back should do okay. We'll have to see what he has. We're just playing out this Noctowl match here. Because of my health advantage, I'm going to be able to win out this scenario. I do commit my last shield there. Could have maybe farmed 1 or 2 extra wing attacks there, but this Sky Attack is going to take him out if he lets it go through. He shields it up. It's Charizard in the back. So I really need to get off this Sky Attack to try to burn that last shield. And he's trying to fully commit to the fast move farm down here, which he is going to be able to do. So I cannot stay in there. I need to switch out. Hoping this is only a Dragon Claw. So I catch it with Charizard, but he's at a very steep energy advantage over me. And he wins the CMP there, so his Charizard must have slightly higher attack than mine. And I knew he was going to be able to get to the Blast Burn anyways, so in comes my Noctowl. I'm 1 wing attack away from taking out the Charizard. Very close first game there. Great games. He takes the first match. So I'm going double flyer again with Empoleon in the middle. I'm going to try to use Empoleon as a safe switch this time. Because in that Shiftry matchup, if I have a slight energy advantage, I believe I will be able to win out that scenario. So we're in a Noctowl mirror match here. I switch in my Empoleon at the correct time to catch this Sky Attack. Let's see what he has to punish. So he's staying in with Noctowl. This leads me to believe that he does not have Shiftry in this line of 3. So this is really great for me, because this is a positive matchup, and he is staying in it. I get a shield there. I'm okay with not shielding this. I'm going to resist the Sky Attack. He goes for the Nightshade. I actually think Sky Attack is still the more energy efficient move in that scenario, even though it's resisted. That's just how good of a move Sky Attack is and how crappy of a move Nightshade is. Able to take out the Noctowl. I'm in a very favorable position. So he does have Shiftry in there. Very interesting. Now I have 2 flyers against this Shiftry, so very positive for me. I'm going to bring in Charizard. I want this raw Fire Spin damage to be able to farm this thing down. I'm going to be comfortable committing shields and just trying to farm this down. He has his own Charizard in the back, so I'm going to switch in my Noctowl and throw this Sky Attack. Noctowl against Charizard is a favorable matchup for Noctowl, as long as the Charizard does not land the Blast Burn. I shield this up. He correctly baits me with Dragon Claw. Great play on his part. Farming up a little bit extra here, going for the Sky Attack. I am in Blast Burn range, though. And that Charizard barely survives, but I'm able to wing attack it down before it can throw Blast Burn. Super close. This Sky Attack should be able to take out this Shiftry here. So I'm able to come back from that and take that match. So we are going to a game 3. Lead Noctowl against this Swampert. This is a favorable matchup for me. So he's opting to stay in. The Hydro Cannon damage is definitely going to add up, so I do have to commit shields. I should win this in the 0 and 1 shield, I'm pretty sure. Going for the Sky Attack. He's not shielded up. Now I can still tank another Hydro Cannon, but I am going to commit a shield here. I want to keep my Noctowl a little bit healthier. Going to go for the Sky Attack. I'm assuming he's going to commit a shield here as well. So he matches my shield pressure. Another Hydro Cannon is going to come through. And I know I'm going to be able to wing attack him down, but it's going to be very close. He's probably very close to a Hydro Cannon there at the end. Out comes a Alolan Sandslash. Just going to go for the Sky Attack here. It is going to be resisted. But I do get a shield, which is really great for me, because now I can fully commit to farming that down. He brings out his Charizard. I'm going to overfarm a little bit and land the Blast Burn. I switched out my Noctowl because I didn't want that Alolan Sandslash farming me down anymore. Still up a shield. Gonna commit it here. And then I'm not in Ice Punch. Oh, actually, I don't commit it there. I'm gonna fast move farm this down, and I anticipate that he would have an Ice Punch, so I save that shield, but the Blast Burn's gonna be able to take out the Alolan Sandslash. Good games there, Doug. Good games. We're going to the final round here against License to Draw. You've seen him on the channel a lot. At this point, he was 3-0, and I was 2-1, so I had to beat him in order to get the tie. I had my Whiscash against his Empoleon, which would have been a favorable scenario for me, so he does switch out. I catch the Avalanche with my Empoleon, which is really great for me. I can't really farm too much, though, because I don't want to risk getting hit by the Shadow Ball. I get a shield there. At this point, I know it's going to be a Shadow Ball. So I do commit a shield. And now I'm hoping that I can waterfall him down, which I am able to do. He still has his own Empoleon, so he chooses to mirror. This leads me to believe whatever he has in the back, he does not want it lined up with my Empoleon. So for that reason, I'm going to switch back into my Whiscash. And because I saw him switch, I clicked the Blizzard right as he was switching. So this was a miracle play. I did not expect that to happen at all. But there was, man, that was just super lucky on my part. I was able to land the Blizzard on his Altaria. So now I'm going to be able to throw these Mud Bombs and easily take out the Empoleon. Whiscash is so spammy at getting to those Mud Bombs. Definitely considering leaving Whiscash on my team. But you are pretty hard walled by the grasses. At least you have that Blizzard. If you're able to get an energy advantage, you can do some great things there. Able to take the first match there. Good games. Let's see how this game goes. Hoping he leads Venusaur. And I am correct, because the two things I have in the back are weak to Venusaur. So he switches out, brings in the Empoleon. I'm actually going to mirror with my own Empoleon. Not super sure why I did this. I could have brought in my Whiscash instead, so I don't really know what I was thinking here. But we're just going to play this out anyways. I'm actually okay with letting Empoleon go down at this point. So I let him regain switch advantage, which is not super smart, because if that Venusaur gets squared off against my Whiscash, it's going to be really bad, and I'm assuming that Venusaur is going to come back in. So I'm going to make an instant switch into Venusaur, and he has Frostlass in the back. Now, here's something very interesting. In the 2-shield scenario, Bronzong can beat Frostlass if the Frostlass does not land a single successful bait. So you will kind of see this play out right here. We both have 2 shields. I shield up the Shadow Ball. It's very risky to bait if you are the Frostlass, because Avalanche is going to be resisted. Going for another Psyshock. I get the second shield there. These confusions are doing so much damage to Frostlass. I am going to shield this up. It's another Shadow Ball. Again, very risky to go for the bait. I'm hoping I can fully confusion down the Frostlass, and I'm able to do it. Venusaur is in the back. I'm able to land the Psyshock. It's not going to be enough to take out the Venusaur, but I'm very close to another Psyshock. We get a little bit of lag. It didn't matter anyways, though, because my Bronzong was going to be able to take it out. So this actually secured me round 4, which caused the massive 4-way tie. We do we do play a game 3. You want to see a super elite strat? Check out this strat. It's called the Sacrificial Empoleon. I switched my Empoleon into Venusaur because I knew if he led Venusaur in this match, I lost. I ran a line of 3 that was very weak to Venusaur. So I was hoping that maybe subconsciously, or he would see that I would switch, and then he would want to maintain that matchup against Whiscash, so he would switch out his Venusaur. But we call that strategy the sacrificial Empoleon. Use it if you want to lose, guaranteed. Yeah, so now his Empoleon is against my Noctowl. This is super bad for me. This is pretty much good games, honestly. I knew I ran a line of 3 that was going to be very weak to Venusaur, and I am able to catch this Hydro Cannon with my Whiscash. It doesn't really matter. It's going to hit for good damage regardless of what I have in there. He's up 2 shields. I'm going to put on some Mud Bomb pressure here, but there's no way that I'm coming back from this match. Again, I had another tournament later tonight. Went 2-2. Pretty brutal. I just cannot seem to decide on a team that I want to run. And it's kind of stressing me out a little bit because my weighted cup is tomorrow. I don't really like that it's so late in the month because so many things change. But that's all right. We'll see how that tournament goes. It'll be 6, maybe 7 rounds. We'll have to see. But it'll be in Denver. Yeah, Rowell's easily going to be able to take this match. License to Draw is easily going to be able to take this. But I am putting on a lot of shield pressure here. If you want to be on my friends list and battle with me, head on over to patreon.com/fpsticks and become a member. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I should be pumping out another tournament video tomorrow after my big weighted cup. I will see you all then.